It's very late, pretty wiped out, got some side noise to deal with, and but we're gonna go live. It's Saturday night, and just talk about what's coming up or what we've been doing, which isn't much of anything because I'm basically in a holding pattern to get that final piece, which is Boba Fett from my 2003 Cloud City. Part of me is like, I can't wait to find the right one for the right price. And part of me is a little sad because it's like the end of the journey. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Anyways, mm, mm, missing a piece on this one. Yeah, I dropped it somewhere. Yeah, I shouldn't show it on camera because it's not complete. Anyways, 8018, the AAT from 2009. It's a beautiful, well-built set. Really did want to bring from one piece this one together. Now, when I say that, you're going to say, well, wait a minute, it's got stickers on it. Yeah, it does, because I saw the parts. That's the thing about a plastic set. You want to get as much of the actual set you can when you do a whole set. And that's the idea of it. When I first started doing this, oh, hey, how you doing, man? When we first started doing this, I didn't understand that, you're trying to get as much of the bulk set. I would get like, some random piece go, oh, hey, that set I really like has that piece, so this was just time to piece it together. That's not, I mean, you can do it that way. You can do whatever you want, really. It's about having fun, and at the end of the day, I'm kind of curious about this 2009 and anything recent, air quotes. Hey, what's up? Is these pieces here, these new clicky type hinges, which new, take the earlier one, replace these old fingered hinges as seen like on this 1988. Oh, thanks, man. 1988 Blacktron Alienator. I prefer to call it a Strider. Has a, I still think, kind of awkward motion, but it creates a rocking motion like it's walking because the ball and socket joints that we take for granted now, they just didn't exist. Anyways, a lot of people hate these, and I guess I'm not a huge fan either, but these little hinge joints, they call them finger joints, and they came in such a multitude. They allowed so much motion in such tight places. You start getting the sets from the late 80s through the 90s, especially mid to late 90s, and you'll see these everywhere because it would allow you. I even use it for a lock. I mean, I had some extra pieces. Oh, this is from 1988, the Blacktron set, which was, I guess, your first bad guys of the whole classic space. But yeah, and I use it on a lock, and I realized that today's hinges generally doesn't allow you to do a flat build. Like this is exaggerated, but this build was like, if you put that flat hinge down, you could like put this down flat on a build, and it's like, wow, that actually looks really good. One cool thing about these sets back then was they were modular. The idea of the line was that you could swap out parts back and forth with your various sets that you had. And I don't think the sets were, they really let it run long enough because, let's see, they came out in 87 with the Invader, this guy here, and Batrax, I think was a car. It was a big vehicle. And there was like a ship, and there was a base, a listing post base, had the big 2409, and, oh, hey man, in like trans yellow. Speaking about trans colors, I think this one is still missing this gun on this side here, which is the old camera piece, but in tan. This is one of the old original AATs, and the problem with these is they do get really finicky. You can hear it creaking and popping. It's cool they didn't use any stickers, it printed details. And these pieces of plastic on the front, these pieces were the old UFO. A nod to the trans colors is that, the little trans orange cone for the old blasters. That's about it though. Other than that, you just have the awkward hits of blue and stuff. 1989, so the Space Police with this rig here, which I thought when I built it, I thought it was kind of cool. The whole steering mechanism was pretty cool. I mean, you got to remember this, as old as it is, like the trans-red bars back here, the antenna pieces. Oh, hey man. Well, thank you. Hey. Hey, how you doing? Sorry, I'm not keeping up with it. God bless you too. God bless you and yours. Cowboy, exactly. Sorry, I'm not even reading the comments. I'm not used to people even coming in. But yeah, the trans colors work well. I like this maneuver here. I don't like this style and like this open. I just don't really like that. But hey, that's just that's just part of the thing of the era. It's a bygone era. But this little cage drops off the back, and you can open up and it's got a little cruiser in there. And the reason I put him in here is because he's got he's got a cracked torso really bad. But this is a Blacktron character, the bad guys, if you Alienator. But he's so loose because he's all broken up. He just has a standard smiley face. Hey, what's up? But so I usually just leave him in here in a little jail cell. It's a good use for him, and it's, I mean, dark red windows stuff. It's pretty cool. I mean, it's a pretty cool set actually. I mean, and like I said, the big old wheels here, and they really used a lot of this. Yeah, this is Lego sets. Actually born up here, but almost born in Japan, which is ironic. But yeah, anyways. And I finished that piece of Venture. I found that in the bulk lot, and I found part of this one, and I had just recently finished this one up. This, I can't remember the number. I think it's 1787 from '94. It's a Unitron set. Yeah, old Lego. Yeah, they did. I like the trans colors and stuff. And I'm sorry, but maybe just me, but these remind me, especially this reminds me of like a Hot Wheels car. It just feels like a Hot Wheels car. Like, I don't know, like a twin mill style. But anyways, once again, we've got this, literally the same mold. In red here, and now it's in blue. This lifts off the back. This is an old gray piece here, and that was really hard to find that one. But once again, unfortunately, I have the same awkwardness here, but it's kind of cool, Yeah, it's old Lego sets from the, I guess you call it vintage Lego now, although it's actually from my time that we call my Dark Age. But this unit lifts up, and this is something weird. They used to use these things a lot. Like, I've used these for like mobs for like making missiles and bombs because that's what they look like. That's what they are. But back then they had some other ideas for them. And this is and a lot of the other thing about, I almost said problem, but the other thing about a lot of these sets is they had a small build, like an escape vehicle or something. Almost everything had a multiple thing. And the other thing that I found kind of neat was you could buy one faction. Yeah, the transparent colors are very cool. I really wish we still had that. Even if they didn't use them much, I can see them, I can see especially like Lego's themes like Ninjago and stuff. I think it'd be really cool to see that. And I like the use of all these wheels and stuff. I don't know, they're just cool. But back then you could buy a set and you would just get the one faction. You wouldn't get both like you do now. And I guess it works better because it allows you to build both sides, but what's wrong with just, building one side, the side that you want, and you can meet up with friends, and if you don't have friends, then you can, I don't know, I guess. But if you think about classic space, if you think about classic space, and then you look at this guy, which is the first of the Space Police, you go, oh, it's just classic space. Just slightly rebranded. I mean, just slightly. You had Mtron, you had Futron, which literally was the next step, and these guys came out because you had Electron. So they were trying to expand. A lot of people don't like this era of Lego because it was kind of weird looking, which, yeah, maybe, I don't know. I saw this piece here, this robot arm, a lot. Always people forget about this, but for some reason in the back here is these builds, which If you want to build one of these together, like out of pieces, like I did this one, you so it's custom. Yeah, it's like, thanks, man. All right on. Yeah, yeah. I still really want to get the. I think it's a Naboo N1. They call it a UCS, but it's like a play scale one. But the canopy doesn't open. It's got that chrome Lego. It's really cool. I would love to see the Royal Naboo ship. I'd like to see that one in that chrome. That would be beautiful. But yeah, these there's a guy on YouTube put a video how he just pieces together, and he's right in a way because there's no stickers, there's no printed elements, unless you get the Invader. The Invader uses the same piece here, but has a Blacktron emblem, which is looks like Triforce, but it's reversed from Nintendo, but it's like Zelda. But it uses that, and that's exclusive to that set. But that's the only way. Like this one, there's no no exclusivity. The problem comes that it was made in 1988, and some of these pieces are not super hard, easy to find anymore. Okay, take care, man. I'm up here in Alaska. In fact, it's 46 degrees, and winter's coming on. I can feel it in the air. But we're getting fall. We actually got the smell of the rotten cranberries. And just a little bit more modern. 2003, the Cloud City. I just leave it out here because I like to look at it. Set 7119, and this uses a lot of the opening parts. And when I first saw it, I'm like, hey, wait a minute, it's orange in the movie. Yeah, but Lego didn't have the colors in, and I think they don't really have the colors now because it's not really Lego's orange. The truth is dark orange, that color like for Geonosis that I'm trying to collect up so I can do a MOX. That's actually the color you want, and I know they don't have those shapes yet. What was that? Something just fell somewhere. Oh, never mind. But yeah, it's only been 12 minutes. Oh my goodness. Other than that, I pieced together sets. I have some bits and pieces of broken torsos here. I don't want to sell broken stuff, so I don't know. There was someone on YouTube. Oh, we got fishing and full off-road and stuff. I mean, hiking, like where you can literally go places where people have never or haven't been probably in your lifetime. I mean, where I live, literally where I live, like right here, you can ride a four-wheeler about 30 miles into town and never cross one major road, which is kind of cool. So, being from Texas, probably appreciate that. It's wide open country. But I think there's a gal on YouTube talking about she's making like coasters and making like out of broken pieces, and people are giving her flack for it. I'm like, well, I don't know. I wouldn't probably do that, but at the same time, okay. Oh, okay. Ah, okay. Actually, I was born here. I was born in Japan, but parents happened to be here when I was born, so yeah. I figured you meant move. No, I was actually raised here. My Social Security is actually the last one. So I've been up here a long time. There's a road called Tudor that people make jokes about how dangerous it is. And it is dangerous. It's all paved. But when I was a little kid, I used to ride a bicycle on it. It was a dirt road. It's kind of a weird feeling. Oh, yeah. I used to remember how old Lego sets. I mean, for me, Lego yellow for the faces and stuff is always going to have like a certain charm. Even though I don't really like it, it's always going to have a certain charm to it, Oh, okay. I heard Texas is really nice. Actually, like a friend of mine, a co-worker, he's from down there. He's like, yeah, it's so big. It's got a lot of different places. So even if there's a lot to see, a lot to do, different places, people are different parts of it. See that a little bit up here, a little bit. I mean, there's some different ideas, that's for sure. Oh, okay. this. But yeah, I was trying to kind of save up to get the rest of basically Boba Fett for my 2003 Cloud City because I got everything else. And so I was trying to figure out how to stay, you know. Oh, okay, thanks, man. No, it's not as cold. Yeah. Um, and I was just trying to still do Lego stuff, and I started going through part lots instead of selling them. I started to see if I could piece together sets and kind of went that direction. But I've learned a few things too, like this guy here. I found one originally like years ago for like 30 bucks on eBay, free shipping, love it. And I pieced this one together because of all the shipping and where, like I said, we're in Alaska. And in all fairness, I didn't buy one and two of these. I bought whatever they had, but between the shipping, ended up being like $100, $130. Hey, see you, man. Have a good one. And so I felt kind of weird about that, kind of depressed about that, but I wanted to pass it on, like, hey, you know, it's all good. If that's what you want to do, if that makes you happy, that's fine. But then when I went on eBay again, I found a guy that had a partial one, and the pieces his is missing is the pieces I already have, so then I can put one together for like 19 bucks. So that's kind of cool. So I don't know. I mean, if somebody tells me they want to piece together something, I can say, yeah, it's absolutely possible. And if that's great. And it's a kind of a fun thing, and it's sort of a learning thing. You get to learn about things, but it may not necessarily be cheaper. On the other hand, someone on YouTube put up a video that they built the Megacore magnetizer, and rather than spending the, those things go for $400 or $500, I guess, possibly. At one shot, buying one, they pieced it together over like a year and a half. Probably paid more for it actually because of the shipping. But hey, you know, they got together and worked out good. They're happy with it, and it's a great looking set. And they got the set they wanted. Yeah. Besides that, I mean, let's face it, I saw stuff like this on eBay. You know, because I buy like a bunch of Lego and I have pieces I don't want or really pieces I don't really need. Sometimes I mess up and I sell parts and I go, oh, I need that part. I go, no, I sold it and I need to go buy it. And it's always cost more. Not really, but I mean, sometimes with the shipping will cost more. And it's like, oh. And then sometimes I hold pieces back, so I have them myself. What I decide though is nothing against pirates, nothing against really pirates or any of the Lego things, but I had to draw a line. So I go, hey, you know what? Lego line that I could not like do without. I can't imagine like collecting Lego collection without it is Star Wars. So anything that's Star Wars or Star Wars related, these kind of colors, especially old grays or light grays, depending on what you're doing, I'm not gonna sell them. I'm gonna hang on to them. And I thought, okay, that's cool. And then after I started doing this, I decided, okay, one more line I'm looking for: Old Space. Just because Old Space kind of lines up with Star Wars a little bit, like, I don't know. Hold on. See if I got anything down here. Oh my goodness, what a mess. Not really. Okay. That's a Spyrius guy. But like, hey, what's up? But like, let's just say, because I just said I gotta have the Star Wars stuff. But if you're doing a mock and you're just looking for random enemies, you know, you could use the Insectoid guy from like 1998. I mean, look at him, you know. Clear translucent helmet. I don't know. He'd make a good enemy, right? For clones or something, especially, you know, I don't know. And so I started using that as my, so that's why I keep all the parts in bulk lots for Star Wars, and I keep them all for like classic space and this stuff here. Sure, ask whatever. And that's where I'm at. shoot, it's almost 20 minutes already. Yeah, ask what everyone. We're going to probably roll up the stream soon though, because I got to get on something else. It's after 11:30 here. Oh my goodness. But yeah, ask whatever you want. I gotta roll up the stream. Actually, in all honesty, I can clearly say this: Israel. But I don't support war. That's the problem. But because there's atrocities done on both sides, all sides, unfortunately. But the Palestinian people have nothing against. If you're talking about Hezbollah, that's a different matter. And terrorism and tyranny in any form, whether it's even in Israel, is not good. So that's a problem with warfare. But I certainly support Israeli people, yes. And I feel bad for the situation the Palestinians are in. I don't think it's right that people think that Hezbollah represents the Palestinians. That's a reality. But yeah. Oops, and we're wrapping up on time here. I'll let it run until 25 minutes. I'm cutting a little bit shorter because, like I said, I got things going on. But yeah, it's just a big mess right now. The whole world is just a bad situation. And it's written down. It's written in the Bible. It's all been predicted. Countries that had ceased to exist that are back again. In fact, I think that's something I'll probably talk about on another stream. Thanks for that. Oh man. But yeah, that's where we're at. And I guess that's why I like the Lego stuff. As a child, it allowed me to escape from things. And now still applies the same way. And I guess if we can all come together with a common interest there. Oh really? How's he doing? I don't know if it was meant as a political question, but I just answered it honestly. I just don't support the violence of warfare. But that's kind of a weak answer, but that's the truth. That people of individual side would all bleed, and that's a problem. And someone did make a comment about being a sheriff, and I was in law enforcement. I was a police officer. So sometimes at night, I have those bad dreams that come along of stuff that I wish I'd never seen. And sometimes I can't sleep and come down to the Lego room. Literally try to go back to childhood a little bit, and it feels pretty good. But let's get into a different subject. Anyways, God bless for your father who's there and may be safe. Seriously. But on the flip side, to be a little more pleasant, this stuff, those trans colors, they came from the era where we had our dark ages, where absolutely, man, thank you, and I appreciate your support too. I think I don't think everyone's is going to have or has had a Lego Dark Age. I know that I have had some subscribers who told me that they're in a Lego Dark Age. I know all about it. Mine started, I think around 82, 83. Basically, when the yellow classic Space Guys was coming out, I was kind of not feeling it. And then some of these colors, I'm like, And then other interests. And then I was in college, man. So so what I'm trying to collect right now, what I'm looking into right now is 1987? 1988? 1998. That period of time. Because 1998, I was in college, and I think I got a pirate set or something, or someone gave it. And as I had the shark, and I'd sit there and play with the shark when I was nervous in class, worried about failing or losing my financial. And that became like a touchstone. So then rub my hand. This stuff here was one of those plastic sharks. And that's what got me back in the Lego thing. But I wasn't really back yet. I was just starting to buy some of the sets, and because I was an adult now, I was putting them up more for display. Not playing with them anymore. I gotta rock and roll to basically hit the hay. Anyways, a huge thank you. God bless to everyone who's out there. Safe journeys and safety. That everyone gets to come home. God bless you. I'll take care, guys and gals. And on a slightly lighter note, if you like this stuff, you let me know. If you don't like it, hey, let me know. It's good for the algorithm. Let me know if you're building anything, or what you're doing, or what you do to escape from the troubles of this world. Y'all take care. Good night.